Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Nicole and Laura's vlog. I guess we could call it a vlog. This is the first one of these that I'm doing where I figured it would be cool for everybody to, listen to me talk about the gallery you're about to scroll through as opposed to just reading the story. Just to kind of I figured I can give you more background information on what's happening in the wedding, as opposed to having to type everything out. Because, let's be honest, most of us aren't going to sit and read an entire page, especially when you're just scrolling photographers and, glancing at galleries. You don't want to have to read a complete, 5 paragraph story. So I figured I could record a little video so that you guys could get a little bit of my personality, and I could kind of go more in depth in some of these pictures. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, Nicole and Laura's wedding was an elopement at the Highline. I was really looking forward to it. They emailed me. It was actually short notice. I think they messaged me maybe 2 months before the wedding, and told me their plans for it, and I was all in. I was excited. I was like, yes, let's do this. And then the day came. So I'm just gonna the format of how I'm gonna do these is new. This is literally the first one. And it's weird because I'm probably gonna go back to all my older galleries and record videos. So it's weird that the first one's gonna be one of the newer galleries. But anyway, so the day started off at the Highline, and I got there early, and the whole premise or the plan of the day was Nicole and Laura were gonna show up and have a little ceremony with their close friends and family, and then we were gonna take pictures walking around the Highline, and I keep saying Highland, it's Highline, at the Highline, and then go to dinner and just take some pictures at the dinner, and that's it. It was gonna be a very simple, fun day. So I'm just gonna start scrolling and talk, and we'll see how this format goes. I don't know if I'll end up keeping this after I record this, but this is a good test. So I started off where they showed up, and when they arrived, none of Laura's family was there yet. So we decided to just do some portraits beforehand. So we took some portraits, and yeah, I love these pictures. They were so cool. Their energy was incredible. I love being at weddings. Not that I've had weddings where the couples aren't in love with each other. I haven't had any of that, but I definitely feed off the energy of my couples, and this was one where like I couldn't stop smiling the entire day because they were just so happy and so in love with each other. I had a big grin the entire day. Yeah, I love these pictures. Yeah, so during this moment we're still waiting on Laura's parents. They were super shy too. There, I asked them. I was like, "So how much? What's your level of PDA comfortness?" And they were like 0 and like none. So we scroll. We did some walking pictures. There was that's Nicole's mom fixing up her hair before ceremony, and this is when the friends showed up. So these were all Nicole's I think middle school or high school friends. And here's them. We did some pictures. More friends arrive. And then we did some pictures with the friends. Everybody's energy was so good. Everybody was so happy. Yeah, I love this. Everybody was so happy. Having such a good time. And this point, we're still waiting on Laura's family, and this is when. So this right here is when Laura's family arrived, and tears started flowing. So Laura started crying. I think Laura's mom was crying too. As part of Laura's family. We're still waiting, and then boom, ceremony time. I chose this area for the ceremony because it's the Highline, and it was on a Sunday, right? Yeah, the wedding was on a Sunday. So it was packed with tourists and just people everywhere. So I chose this area of the Highline because if you're looking at this picture, to the right of this picture is kind of where all the traffic is. And right where they had their ceremony, not many people were walking back there. Most of the traffic was on the right. So I was like, let's do it here because first, once we set up, we're gonna block that area so no one's really gonna be able to get into that area behind you guys, and there won't be as much people walking in the background. So this is why I kind of chose this area. And then it's got the nice, pretty greens and all that stuff behind it. Just a lot of laughing. Tears started flowing. Tears, more tears. Yeah, they were so happy. I was just smiling the whole time. Like their energy was just so perfect. Oh, I love this picture. I think somebody had made a joke or something, and yeah, I love this picture. I'm one of those people that when I edit, I'm also constantly smiling and laughing because I remember what happened in the picture. So I'm always like, I'm editing like this the whole time, like smiling. And then this picture is funny because I'll admit I missed the first kiss, but it was one of those things where literally the kiss was like they did like that, and then they separated and did the whole laughing and stuff. And earlier they had told me, their PDA level was at 0, comfortness, and during the portraits, anytime that I would ask them to kiss, they kind of comment that they don't, that they're kissing in public and all that stuff. So I'm one of those photographers that I'm not a photographer that approaches a wedding like it's my portfolio. It's their wedding. It's not my portfolio, right? So I figured if they wanted a picture of a first kiss, they would have held it longer or done another one. But I could just tell because we spent a good 30 minutes before the ceremony started, maybe even longer, doing those portraits and just kind of hanging out and getting to know them. And I could tell that they just weren't that type of couple, that would want specifically that picture of them, lips touching, kissing, all that stuff. So a ceremony, everyone started clapping and cheering at this moment. I didn't want to interrupt the moment or be that person that makes the moment awkward by asking them to kiss again when I knew they probably wouldn't want to, so I'm just, that's the kind of photographer that I am. I'm very non-intrusive. Like unless I know that they would want this and I missed it, and it would be, like they would want to see it, so I would ask them to redo it. But other than that, I don't. I'm one of those photographers that I definitely do not shoot a wedding like it's my portfolio. Like I don't shoot it trying to get my shots so that I can share them on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever. It's your wedding, so I'm just here to document and give my tips and advice on how to get better pictures, like all that stuff. But I don't want to interrupt something or make a situation awkward because I want something for myself, So that's why I didn't have them redo the kiss, because it was literally just like and then they quickly let go. Everyone's cheering behind me and stuff, and I just didn't want to interrupt that moment. And you can see here them laughing and, just being shy. I love these pictures. And then here's mom. That's Laura's mom crying and her family. Everybody's energy was so perfect. Like everyone was either smiling or crying. That was pretty much what this wedding was. Everyone was either smiling or crying. I love these pictures. So much fun. Nicole's mom. And then right after the ceremony, they called an Uber for their friends to go to the restaurant. And then after I think 2 or 3 Ubers picked up everybody, that's when me, Nicole, Laura, and Nicole's mom walked around the High Line and took pictures. Nicole's mom was also the cutest. She was literally taking pictures the entire time. As you can see in this, where is it? Like in this picture, this was her the entire day, like taking pictures the entire day. It was so cute. All right, and then we walked around, did some portraits. Got some candids of them, walked around. Yeah, it was a perfect day too. Like the weather was, it was sunny but cloudy, and you can see in the ceremony pictures like the light changing, and it's because the clouds would move in and out. But yeah, luckily like it wasn't a completely cloudless sunny day, and it wasn't also like a dark overcast day neither. It's actually scheduled to rain that day. But we lucked out and just had beautiful light. Like look at these, I love these pictures. Like this light is just so perfect. And as awkward as they might have felt in front of the camera, I definitely know how to bring out this kind of stuff out of our couples. That's one thing I don't mind bragging that I'm good at. It's like, you know, if you feel like you're awkward in front of the camera, don't worry, because I'm even more of a dork. So I'll, you know, you'll eventually realize like, oh, we don't have to be, you know, feel weird in front of this guy. This guy's an idiot. I love these. I had so much fun. This was such a fun day. And then this is us in the Uber. And then we got to the restaurant. It was, I don't know if I'm saying this right, like the hot pot restaurants, Chinese restaurants, where like they have the broth and they bring you ingredients and you just throw the ingredients in the hot pot and you know, like kind of cook your food and then put it on your plate and eat it. It was delicious. I got to get the name of this restaurant because I need to go back. And I got some candy to the family. And there's all the friends. Oh, and then this is funny. At one point, towards the end of the dinner, the restaurant started playing Bruno Mars, the Let's Get Married. What's that Bruno Mars song? I Think I Want to Get Married or something. One of those songs starts blaring in the restaurant. And mind you, up until this point, I don't even know if there was music playing. Starts blaring in the restaurant, and then this like costume character comes out and gives him a gift and stuff. It was real funny. And you know, half the restaurant is applauding. Her parents, Laura's parents, and then boom. And then the end. All right, so that was Nicole and Laura's wedding day. And I hope you like this explanation video. This is literally the first one, and I'm planning on doing one for most of my galleries at least, especially the galleries that I feel like certain things require explanation, like why was there no first kiss? That kind of thing. So I hope you guys like it. And how do I end this? This is Hector Javier signing off. I don't know. Bye.